To reach me, you need to come close to me. When is the point to attack in Jeet Kune Do? Some people say when they watch our videos, well, from this distance, you wouldn't use this technique. For example, chain punch or whatever. If you remember the scene in The Long Street where Bruce said to the guy, sidekick is like a boxing jab, except it's much more damaging.
What is this thing you do?
In Cantonese, Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist.
Intercepting fist, huh?
Or foot. Come on, touch me, any way you can. To reach me, you must move to me. Your attack offers me an opportunity to intercept you. In this case, I'm using my longest weapon, my sidekick, against the nearest target, your kneecap. This can be compared to your left jab in boxing, except it's much more damaging.
So, and anytime the opponent or the guy who wants to attack you wants to get close to you, this is the opportunity for your counter, okay? So it doesn't matter what attack he wants to do. Does he want to do punch, kick, maybe he wants to grab you, or even he gets down to tackle you. First basic thing is he has to do the step. For example, you stand both in a neutral position because this is an encounter in street, so you don't have a stances or anything, there's no fight yet, and the guy eventually wants to attack you. So, and you purposely, you hold distance away from this guy, so he can't reach you. If you just pull the hand out, he can't reach you, he's too far away, and even if he wants to kick you, he lifts his leg, he can't reach you, he's out of distance. So before he wants to do anything, he is going to step in. And then there are two things you can do. If he wanted to punch, so let's say here's my chin and here's there. And he wants to punch, he has to step, you see, and then make his technique. Let's do it again. Step, punch, okay? But because if he would punch and step then, so it doesn't work, okay, it's too far away. There are two things you can do. When he steps in, you just maintain this distance, okay? So you force him to do another step. He steps in, you maintain your distance, he punches in the air. So now people would say here, well, you won't punch from this distance, but remember, he did step in, but I stepped back, so I maintained this distance, so the punch doesn't work. If I wouldn't go away, okay, there you have your punching distance. So, but now, again, okay, now you would say you wouldn't punch from this distance. Yes, you would, but I just don't stay around and let punch myself, okay? So you have to remember. Same is with the chain punch. Let's say I want to chain punch the guy. In my last short video, people were commenting, well, you won't chain punch from this distance. So if you're here and he just stands, he doesn't do anything, and I go and I chain punch, that's the right distance, okay? But what I did, if he wants to chain punch me, you see, I go away, so there's no distance anymore. And what I actually did in the video, he did chain punch, and I went to the side, I pivot, and I did the hook. So eventually he has to come to me. Even if he just steps and want to chain punch afterward, he steps and chain punches then. The same idea, okay? So it's on you to maintain the distance. Like I said, there are two ways you can handle the situation. You can maintain your distance, okay? Or you can counter into his movement, into his step. So don't wait for the technique, you counter into his movement. So same idea, the punch is here, okay? So, or again, maintain distance. Of course, it's too far away because I moved. So you can, like I said, he punches, I can go away, or he punches, and I counter at his movement. And that's the reason why you in Jeet Kune Do have your strong side forward. So your stronger, your better coordinated side, no matter how much you train your right side or your left side, if you train them equally, your strong side will always be better, okay? That's why you place your strong side forward. It's closer to your opponent and you make sure you can punch hard, quickly, fast, and precise, okay? Because it's your better coordinated side. Remember, you force him to step in. Your second option is the counter, so he comes to step in, boom. But remember, he steps to cover the distance and punch then. So again, here, bam. My hand is closer to the target and I'm prepared. I know what technique I'm gonna use. And that's why you can counter him on his step. You don't wait for the technique to go here and punch then. You only do this if you miss. You don't see, maybe you look there are two guys, and he comes and punches, okay? And you go, oh, fuck, okay? So, and then you react. You should evade anyway, okay? So the second option is, of course, if he steps in, you just lean backwards. It's like evading, okay? So you like evading. Instead, just to evade, okay? Just to evade, you can counter here to the knee, and you kick through the knee. Again, so people who don't know, you go here and you kick through the knee. All his weight goes forward, your side kick goes into his weight, and you damage his knee. The third option in this case would be here, also evading and then countering to the groin. So it depends. Do you evade like this? You would use side kick, okay? Do you evade like this? You would use front kick. You can evade and counter afterwards. So you can go here and counter here with the back fist. So he punches like this. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to have. You see how his hand going through? So he goes like this, and then you can counter him. Or this one, look at this one. So you go here, and now you can kick here on the inside of the knee and bend and damage and tore the ligaments in the knee. So that's the idea in Jeet Kune Do. In Jeet Kune Do is no idea like here. And you go here, and you go down, bam, bam, bam. And now his turn. And now we spar and go here. So in Jeet Kune Do is idea to learn. So he attacks somehow, okay? And then you attack vulnerable targets. So he cannot continue. This should be your goal. Your first goal should be to attack the guy so he cannot continue. You don't want to go double cover and eat punches. And in reality, you would eat knives, okay? So remember, for what you do this.